Did you know that January 10th is National Cut Your Energy Costs Day? Since that's the day I'm posting this video, I thought it would be a great topic. So today I'm sharing 5 money-saving tips for how to cut your energy costs, which is good for the planet and your bottom line. And when you stick with me to the end of the video, I'll share a ninja strategy for what to do with the money you save to help you create more financial security and more financial freedom. According to the latest info I could find from the US Energy Information Administration, the average household in the US spends $115.49 a month on electricity. I wish that were my electric bill living in California, but that's the average. And the average household consumes 877 kilowatt hours per month. The average bill for natural gas to warm your house, keep the hot water running, and often to cook is $63.34, though natural gas obviously costs more in some states than others. So that's an average energy bill of $178.83, but no matter where you live in the world, the money-saving tips in this video can help you cut your energy costs. Tip number 1 is to tap the like button for the YouTube algorithm. That won't immediately lower your energy bill, but it will support my channel so I can continue to make videos like this for you, which will help you make, save, manage, invest, and protect your money wisely so you can experience more ease, peace, and freedom around finances. Okay, tip number 1 is actually to unplug your appliances when you're not using them. Most people don't realize that appliances use energy even when you're not using them. This includes chargers for your phones, tablets, and other electronics. I used to keep my phone charger plugged in all the time until I learned that this uses electricity, even when your phone isn't connected. Some outlets are difficult to reach, like I have one behind my insanely heavy wood desk that supplies power to my computer and a bunch of other stuff. So in that case, you might do what I did and invest in a power strip that makes the cords easy to reach, and you can also use the on-off switch on the power strip to save energy. Unplugging your appliances and electronics when you're not using them also saves you money by increasing the life of these items because they're less susceptible to damage from stuff like unexpected power surge or just wear and tear over time. Every single watt of energy that your devices are wasting costs you about $1 a year right now. That might not sound like much, but it can really add up. The US Department of Energy reports that you can save between $100 and $200 a year just by unplugging appliances and electronics when you're not using them. If you want to get a more accurate idea of how much money this will save you, you might consider investing in an electricity monitor. You can buy one of these little things on Amazon for like 20 bucks. Check the link in the description for an example. And then you plug your device into it to see how much electricity it uses. And that's a great way to see which appliances or electronics are wasting the most energy. Tip number 2 is to consider investing in an indoor window insulation kit, which makes your windows more energy efficient and helps keep cold air out and hot air in during the winter and vice versa in the summer. Of course, you can also use window insulation film on any doors with panes of glass. For about $5 to $20 per square foot, you can cut down your heating bill in the winter and your air conditioning bill in the summer. I've read that window insulation kits can cut your energy costs by 30 to 40%. And depending on where you live, you might even be able to receive government rebates for using window insulation film, especially solar window films, which also block ultraviolet light. Tip number 3 is to cut your energy costs by being mindful of the energy efficiency when you replace stuff like your light bulbs, appliances, power strips, and thermostat. Just switching from incandescent light bulbs to LED bulbs throughout your home can save you over $100 a year, even after factoring in that the upfront price of LED bulbs is a little higher. Another example is you might consider getting something called a smart thermostat, which is a thermostat connected to your Wi-Fi that you can control from your computer or smartphone. Studies have shown that people with traditional programmable thermostats use more energy, resulting in higher energy bills than people with smart thermostats. My local gas and electric company estimates that smart thermostats save an average of $390 a year on heating and cooling costs. Smart thermostats also have additional features like telling you when your air filter needs to be replaced, which is the most common cause of problems with heating and air conditioning systems. When your air filter gets clogged, the whole system has to work harder, which makes your energy bill go up, and at a certain point it can break down, which would cost thousands of dollars to replace, sometimes more than $10,000. And tip number 4 is to check and see what tax credits might be available in your area. Some governments encourage energy-efficient home improvements by offering tax breaks. Tax credits are like the best of the best in terms of tax incentives because they're not just a tax deduction that reduces your taxable income. Tax credits actually offset your taxes dollar for dollar. You might find out that you can get tax credits for putting in energy-efficient windows and doors, furnaces, air conditioners, insulation, water heaters, roofs. This helps you reduce the upfront investment for making upgrades that'll help you cut your energy costs over time. And the best tax breaks are typically for renewable energy systems like solar panels, small wind turbines, and geothermal heat pumps. Some governments offer incentives or rebates. I encourage you to check with every level of government where you live. For example, if you live in the United States, you obviously want to see if there are any federal tax incentives available. But also check with your state and local governments for incentives and rebates there too. To see incentives available in your area, you can enter your zip code in websites like dsireusa.org or energystar.gov/rebate-finder. I'll link to both of those in the description. Once you enter your zip code, these sites will show you a list of what incentives are available in your area. I just did this and I saw that I can get a $500 tax credit for ceiling and insulation products. How cool is that? And then beyond government incentives, some utility companies offer rebates and incentives too. So that's tip number 5. For example, the one I use, PG&E, is offering $1,300 as an online rebate if you buy and install certain lab-grade refrigerators and freezers. And remember how I talked about smart thermostats? PG&E is also giving a $50 rebate on qualifying models of smart thermostats too. So we've talked about 5 different ways to cut your energy costs, but there's an important next step that'll supercharge your results that almost no one talks about. You see, when most people talk about saving money, what's actually happening is that they lower their expenses in one area, but then they just go spend the money on something else. So that money isn't sticking around and growing and working hard for them. It's not really getting saved, it's just going back out. So the secret is to actually transfer the money you saved to a separate account where it can grow for you. This can be a retirement account with tax advantages, a brokerage account, a cryptocurrency exchange, or even just a plain old savings account where you can park the money and keep it safe from getting spent on something else until you can transfer it to one of those other accounts, or even invest in physical assets like real estate, vending machines, gold and silver, etc. If these money-saving tips for how to cut your energy costs end up saving you $100 a month, that's an extra $1,200 a year that you could be investing without decreasing your lifestyle at all. $100 a month invested at 10% will grow to almost $77,000 in 20 years and almost $228,000 in 30 years. If you started spending the interest at that point, that would be almost $2,000 a month more in passive income that you wouldn't have had otherwise. So $100 a month off your energy bill now can turn into $2,000 a month in passive income for you later. Isn't that amazing? If you think that's cool, please make sure you've tapped the like button on this video so we can reach more people with this message. I really appreciate it. So that's the real power of these strategies we're talking about. And if you have other ideas and resources that you'd be willing to share around how to cut your energy costs, please let us know in the comments because this was not an exhaustive list. If you want to geek out about how much energy you're actually saving and get more ideas for your specific situation, you might want to consider investing in a home energy monitor. This is a bigger investment than the electricity monitor I mentioned before. I've seen them selling from $30 all the way up to $350. But you might be able to get a rebate from your utility company. And getting insights on how to cut your energy costs that are tailored for you can potentially save you enough money to be worth it, and is definitely a kind thing to do for the environment. If you'd like to see more money-saving tips from me, check out the Money Saving Tips playlist on my YouTube channel. And if you'd like to be notified when I post a new personal finance video, make sure to subscribe and click the little notification bell icon. Thanks for watching, and happy saving.